Welcome. It is our day 2 of the Psychic Skills Activator workshop. Excited to be here, especially for this one. Well, for all of them, but you know. This is the third eye. We're going to go over exactly the third eye structure, makeup, how does it work, how do we take care of it, what do we do, how do we nurture it, how do we open our third eye, how do we see clearer visions, how do we understand the language that our intuition is communicating to you. So we're going to go over that today. You're also going to get a bonus MP3. I was going to take you through like the meditation itself, like the crystalline activation, but I'm actually going to give you the MP3 itself, so you get to keep that for free. You can, with that third eye activation, the crystalline, you can use that all the time. I am going to obviously run you through this now, and we'll definitely do like a healing and check in on it for sure. Then the other thing is we're going to do some live psychic development practice together on this live stream. So I'm really excited about this. So I'm just going to bring up the comments here. And even if you're watching the replay, you can still do the psychic development practice because it's something that you can do like with anyone, anything, and it's really good for strengthening your intuition. Okay, so just bring this up here. All right, yay. Okay, so obviously we're looking at the PDF book here. So if you don't have your free PDF book, just comment workbook below and I can send you the link to register for that. And so after this training, just like keep an eye out on your email and I'll email you the specific MP3 link. Download for that, so you can keep that on your device and listen to it offline, just like we were talking about yesterday. Okay, so basically with our third eye chakra and the third eye activation, the thing that a lot of people miss, it's kind of like, oh, I want to open my third eye, and it's like when we open our third eye, it's sometimes, a lot of the times, especially if you've not done any work on healing, repairing, you know, past life, this life trauma, you know, all those types, that if you haven't done any work at all on healing the trauma your third eye has endured through all of your soul's lifetimes, that's really where we want to start. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, just open my third eye. And it's like, yeah, it's like you could sort of put an analogy to it as your third eye is like a scared little child. It doesn't want to open again because the last time it opened and saw things, it got killed. Yeah? You were killed for being a healer, a clairvoyant, a witch, whatever. Yeah? And so if you, that's like your first port of call. Yeah, you can always use my Healing from the Witch Hunts meditation as well. That is a purchase. I think it's $15. And you can use that to like heal past lives around, you know, when you were killed as a witch for being clairvoyant. You can also use my past life meditation as well. That one's $15 too. So you can definitely use those tools to work with and heal, you know, any past life trauma that your third eye is carrying. And it's something I do recommend to do at some point on your spiritual journey, especially if you want to have stronger intuition, clearer intuition. We definitely do this in Trust Intuition. So Trust Your Intuition to be a certified intuitive healer. Investment increases in a couple of days. So just comment Trust below if you want the details for that. That's a 9-month course that we're doing next year. So in there, we definitely go through healing all these things, the past life, the healing from the witch hunt, it's all in there, of course. So, yes, perfect, Tracy, send me a message, yeah? So definitely working with those meditations or other tools that you know you can use like that, you know, for that is definitely number one, yeah? And as I said, it's not like, oh, open, like third eye open. Like you can, like I said, if you look at your third eye and any of your spiritual organs really, if you look at them like a tiny child, in the sense of how gentle and sensitive they are to all sorts of things from everywhere. Yeah, like that's really where that comes from, if that makes sense. Like that, if you look at them like that, you'll start to understand why your third eye won't open, so to speak, or why it doesn't seem like your intuition's clear or anything. And it's kind of like, number one, we need to do clearing, healing of the organs themselves, and then releasing any trauma that they've picked up from past lifetimes, let alone this lifetime, okay? So when we look at our third eye, we're just going to talk third eye because that's what we're doing today. When we talk third eye, where, you know, and when we feel and see and look at it as though it's a child, okay, some people might be like, well, I'm going to look at it like a grown adult, and you can, because it definitely is. But when I'm talking about seeing it as a child, I mean the way that you approach your third eye, okay? In essence, that it needs lots of loving, gentle, tender care, and relationship building is the key, right? Of course, you could do that with an adult third eye, so to speak. You know, but it's kind of like I said, the child, just to give you that perspective that you need to be gentle with it. Like, we're not going to command it and force it, and, you know, like, no, you're building a relationship, and a relationship takes time to build the trust in the relationship, yeah? So that's what we're doing with your third eye, let alone healing the past life, healing the actual organ itself, and then understanding it as a friend, as a child, as an adult. You're building a relationship with your third eye, with the inner child, with your third eye, yeah? So who has ever experienced like going to sleep, usually going to sleep, or waking up? So you're either going to sleep or waking up, and like you know, you'll be falling asleep and it's in that like the half sleep, half wake state, and you'll start having a vision, you'll be like, oh, I can see, and then it disappears. Like, who's ever experienced that? Let me know. When we're like in that state and we start seeing something and we're like, oh, and it disappears. The key to seeing more, okay, is to stay relaxed. And this is a training, yeah? It's a training, yeah? It's a training to like see it and not get excited because you're seeing it. Which is a little bit hard because you're like, oh my God, I can see. And then you're awake and you're like, damn. No. Well, it's pretty much like that. But when you're going to sleep and you see that, it's just like training yourself to not get excited. And what you know, it's always asking for more information, right? So when I'm falling asleep and I start seeing something, I'm just like, what are you showing me? Like, that's my response. I'm like, what are you showing me? What are you showing me? Like, that's literally my first response, yeah? When we're in that, like, of course, we're still maybe trying to see more. And again, this is a training to stay in that relaxed state of just like, and you know, and you can almost look at it as though you're going to quote unquote ignore your third eye and still fall asleep. That will help train you to like stay in that relaxed place, yeah? Of course, we're not ignoring it, but it's like to train your body and your system. It's like, I'm going to still fall asleep. Like, and so you're staying there rather than pulling yourself back out of it. So it's like, what are you showing me? I'm falling deeper asleep. What are you showing me? Yeah. And it's like, it's relaxing and watching it like a movie because you can see it like that, right? Now, again, some of the time, like you won't, what's the word? Like some of the time most of the time, especially in the beginning, you won't understand what you're being shown. Yeah, you might be like, oh, it's a person, or it's a face, or it's a shape, or it's a lot of the time you won't know exactly what it means, and I'm saying that because that's okay. The most important thing is that you remember what you're seeing. Might be a bit hard when you're just about to fall asleep, but the next day you might be like, oh my God, I had that vision. That's right, right? But when you're like talking to it and you're like, what are you showing me? Like sometimes you do fall asleep and you go into that deeper state, but you're actually going to that realm as well, by the way. So when you're like in that, you know, sleep wake state and you can see the vision, it's like, again, training yourself to remember, training yourself to ask, what are you showing me? Training yourself to go deeper to sleep. So that I want to say shows you that you are clairvoyant. Now, of course you're clairvoyant. Everybody's clairvoyant. But it's like proof, because a lot of people are like, I don't see. And I'm like, yes, you do. Now, we spoke about this yesterday. Angel numbers, using your 3 eyes, animals, synchronicities, you fucking see, okay? But when we're falling asleep, that's when we're seeing like the ghosts. Like, you know, in essence of like, we're seeing from our internal third eye. We're actually seeing the inner vision. Yeah, we're seeing straight from source inside our mind, inside our third eye. Pineal gland, the center of the universe that goes to everywhere. I don't know, it's a portal? Is it a time travel place? I don't know. Who knows? It feels like that. So, does anyone have any questions about the visions they see, about, you know, what they're showing, about your third eye? Now, usually, this is not always the case, but usually when I'm in that relaxed half sleep, half state, half, you know, this half, I'll just call it the half state. When I'm about to have a vision, I usually see my third eye first. Have you guys noticed that too? Or do you just see a vision? But I notice that the first thing I'll start to see is literally my third eye. Like I literally see an eye. Now, when we go through this healing that we're going to do today, it's like, yes, we're going to like open the channel. You'll learn how to nurture the organs. So just like we take care of our skin or our body or our hair, organs also need this level of care, okay? Especially if you want to be psychic. So it's like, we're going to learn this, but when you are then also having the visions, it's remembering what you've learned to also check the state of your third eye. So in this, like, you know, I'll go through and I'll take you through a mini meditation. It's like, you know, is it cloudy? Is it open or closed? Is it bloodshot? Is it tired? Is it awake? Like your eyes, right? You know how like we can tell when we've got tight eyes or when we've been crying or when we've got red eyes, or, you know, like the same applies to your third eye, okay? So when you're in that half state, you're also seeing a third eye, then you see a vision or whatever, or you just see your third eye. It's like you're also checking the state of it at that point too, right? Sometimes it'll be like tired, but it's still opening, or it's, you know, bloodshot or clear, or, you know. And if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't experience that at all, Hannah, like, I'm like, this is your training. Yeah, this is your training. This is, you know, everything that I'm saying and you're like, I don't experience that at all. Like, stop saying that, number one, because I bet you do, but you're not conscious of it, okay? And this is the training where you're training yourself to be conscious of it, okay? It's a bit like your gut feeling and like, oh, didn't fucking listen to my gut feeling again. But you were listening to your gut feeling. And in that listening to your gut feeling, you know, like you brushed it off, but you still had the gut feeling. So just because you think you don't see visions or you don't experience what I'm talking about in the half state, I'm like, I think you do, but you kind of brush it off and now you're going to become conscious of it. And this is how we train our skills further into that realm. Yeah. So hello to everyone who's joining. Sharon and Tina. And so Tracy said, the color sparkles when the eyes close and then the color and the stars swirl. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a blue pearl. I love that. And it's like, this is like opening to the other realms. Yeah. Opening to the other dimensions, realms, states, dream states. Like it's surreal. Yeah. Now over time, you might like to ask questions around, what do the color sparkles mean? What do the swirls mean? What does the blue pearl mean? Now you don't need to know or ask those questions, but again, it's training. And when you ask those questions, you're building a relationship with your third eye, right? You're like, you know, that's why I say, like, you know, when I start seeing something, I'm like, what are you showing me? Like, ask for more information. The first thing you need to do when you receive any psychic information ever at all is like, ask for more information. Like, oh, that's interesting. Tell me more. What do you mean by that? I need more information. Please share more. Again, you might get more information straight away, or it might be in your dream state or the next day or that sort of thing. But the point is, ask for more. Yeah, ask for questions, because when we ask questions, it opens up more to come through. When we're just like, oh, that's great, it just sort of like stays there, which is fine, but ask for more. Don't be afraid of asking for more, especially more information. Yeah, never thought to ask more questions. Yeah, perfect. So, as I said, if you've got any questions, just pop them in. Let's go through this. And if anything else comes through with what I was just talking about, I'll share it, obviously. So this is obviously a diagram of the brain and the third eye. Is it accurate? I don't know. Does anyone really know? That's what I say. It's a starting guide point, okay? So you should have this in your PDF book. If you don't have that, just comment workbook below and I can send you the link to register so you can grab the download. So obviously we've got the front of our third eye, right? So the front of our third eye here, looking at it. And then we have the visual channel that goes through the center of the head. And then we have the visual center at the back of the head. Yeah? So there's like 3 parts to it. The third eye at the front, the channel through the brain, and the visual center at the back of the head. Yeah? So when we're looking at these 3 parts, and I'm going to take you through a little guided meditation now to heal, repair this. There's like the front, there's the connection piece of both the third eye and the channel itself, right? So we're going to check the connection. We're going to check the visual channel itself. And then we're going to check the connection between the channel and the center. And then we're going to go through and heal and clear the center as well. Okay? All right. So you can keep your eyes open or closed. You can keep them open and take notes. You can definitely take a moment afterwards to just write any messages or anything down. Again, really important. I know I've done a live stream on this. It's really important to do that because it helps to strengthen your clairvoyance alongside other other organs. Okay, so closing your eyes or keeping them open. And we are calling upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael to help with this healing and clearing. The block can be felt like a headache. Yeah, very, very much so. Sorry, someone just popped a question in there. So when we go through this and we're going to clear this out and we're going to check for blockages, just be open to what you see. Yeah. See or feel or know. I know I will always say see because we're number 1 in third eye, but I don't want you to get stuck on like, oh, well, I'm not seeing anything. Like, don't even go there. Like, remember we talked about 4 organs yesterday. You just know things, you see things, you hear things, and you feel things, okay? So when I say see, instead of going, oh, I don't see what she's talking about, no, you're like, what if I feel it? What if I just know what color it is? What if I hear if there's a blockage? What if I just know if there's something blocking it, or if it's open, or if it's bloodshot, or if it's tired? Like, what if I just know that answer? Hello? Okay? Because when you know that it's bloodshot, for example, then you will see it. Remember we spoke about how an organ backs up another organ? It's like when you know it, you see it. It's a bit like when you're counting to 10 in your clairaudience, count to 3. Like, you can hear yourself counting to 3. That's your clairaudience, right? But then when you're counting to 3, you also know what number 1 looks like. You know what number 2 looks like. You know what number 3 looks like. So you're seeing it, but you also know that. See how there's 3? Okay? Now, just because you know what 1, 2, 3 look like in drawing it, writing it, whatever, Like, I don't want you to go, oh, well, I was taught that like, no, this is your intuition. This is how you're using this organ that then translates into the physical world, and then we write it. Where did the writing it come from? First here, okay? For an example. Sorry, I know I went a bit off track, but that was really important, okay? So I'm gonna say, see what blockages it, or see if it's bloodshot, but I want you to go, what if I knew if it was bloodshot? Is it bloodshot? Actually, no, it's not, but I know that it's a bit tired. Oh, good. Then you're gonna start seeing it as tired. Like, does that make sense? Like, it'll back up because you knew it first, and then you see it, or you might see it and you're like, oh yeah, I feel that with my third eye. It feels like it's ancient tired. You're right on. You guys wouldn't be here if you're so fucking intuitive already, so we're not going to negate anything you feel, especially in this sort of a space. You have to remember, when you're doing a reading or you're in a class or anything like this, everything that you're feeling, thinking, knowing, remembering is accurate. Is 100% accurate. There's no doubting information in this space, because we're in a space for it, okay? Okay. So yes, the blocks that we feel in our spiritual organs can definitely be felt as physical pain, because they always have an emotional origin from somewhere in some timeline, in some way, shape or form. Yeah. And when we start feeling the physical pain, it's just really getting your attention on a big level. Yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome question. So we're going to drop into this. So we're calling upon Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael of 100% light. If you don't want to use those deities, you can call upon the deities that you use now, or you can just use pure white light to do this process as I go through it, but I will be using Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. So you can keep your eyes open or closed, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Allowing yourself to relax, knowing that you're in a safe place. Breathing in and breathing out in your own time. And every time you exhale, just allowing yourself to relax more, telling your body you're safe to relax in this place. And feel yourself drop. Let it all go. You're safe. You just have a moment here. Breathing and being with your third eye. Getting to know and building this precious relationship with your intuition, your clairvoyance. You can just let everything else go for the moment. You can pick it back up as soon as we finish this meditation. Or not at all. So as we call upon Archangel Michael of 100% light and Archangel Raphael of 100% light to help with this healing process around your third eye. You may feel them by your side, or you may see them, or just know that they're here. Perhaps you hear their sound. Or any other deities or spirit guides that you call upon yourself, you may do so as well. So bringing your awareness to the 6 directions, the direction to the north, could just be your north, direction to the south, direction to the east, direction to the west, just to the sides of you. You don't necessarily need to know the directions. The direction above, the direction below, and all points meet in the middle of your body. So it's like a big diamond shape around you, and they all meet in your body somewhere. Where is this meeting point? This is your internal compass. Allow your internal compass to light up bright with a specific color. What color is it? Just notice it. we're going to bring that internal compass point to your third eye if it's not there already. Just ask it to move, or just will it to move to your third eye. And your internal compass point is going to be doing this healing and clearing for our third eye activation. And so bringing your internal compass point to the front of your third eye, you may feel a tingling sensation. If it feels too strong and the light's too bright, you can just ask it to turn slightly down. Yeah, you're in control of this. You can just ask it for the intensity to be turned down slightly. So allowing the third eye to be cleansed on the outside, so on the outside of your third eye, outside of your head, and through your third eye, just to the slight inside of your head. And just noticing how your third eye feels. As we've been asking, is it tired? Is it open or closed? Is it awake? Is it bloodshot? Is there anything else happening with it? Is it bruised? What is the state of your third eye? If you're not sure, that's totally okay. We're just asking the questions anyway. You notice that your internal compass point may or may not change color of light or sacred geometry shape, as it allows your third eye to be healed, to be sent healing energy that it needs. And you can even ask your third eye, what is it that you need right now? You allow your internal compass light to envelop your third eye through the front, just on the outside of your forehead, in your forehead, and just on the inside of your forehead, just to hold your beautiful third eye with this beautiful, gentle, compassion energy of healing, repair, delicate love, just to hold and nurture your third eye. You can just notice how your third eye is feeling, see what it looks like. And you're going to now just check the connection between your third eye and the channel. So there's a connection point, obviously, like the start of a tunnel, if you may. And we're going to check like around the edges of the connection point. Is it connected? Is it frayed? Is it like a tube? Like, is it like a concrete tunnel, or is it like an etheric tunnel, like the channel, and then the connection point between the third eye and the channel? Like, so that connection point, like, is it frayed? Is there holes in it? Is there spider webs, cobwebs? Is there like just we're gonna have a look. Now, Archangel Michael is also by your side whilst you're looking around the connection piece in this channel, this tunnel channel, and the connection between your third eye and the channel. So in just noticing, like, if there's like, if it's brick or concrete, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just like, is it connected? Is it fully repaired? Or are there bricks missing? Are there holes in it? Is there spider webs? Like, whatever this channel needs right now to be fully healed and repair, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael are there helping to clean away any cobwebs, pull up any psychic weapons that might be lodged in there, so axes or anything like that. We're just having a look. Is there any people that are stuck in the connection? I know it sounds weird, but we're just going to have a, just have a look. Like, just be open to what you're being shown. But know that Archangel Michael is helping to remove anything. Archangel Raphael is helping to heal the connection. And your internal compass point is also enveloping and holding you through So you, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and the connection itself, and just allowing this healing to take place. As it happens, you also look down the channel, down the tunnel itself. Archangel Michael is with you, and same thing. Is it open the whole way down to the visual center at the back of the head? Is it blocked? Is there more spiders or people or axes or wheelbarrows? Like, I don't know what's in there. Or is it clear? Is it clear and beautiful and open and flowing? Remember, it doesn't matter what's in there or how weird it seems. Archangel Michael of 100% light is helping to remove any blockages, take away anything, vacuuming them to the womb of transformation of light, and allowing that channel to be cleared. Archangel Raphael is helping to heal it with his healing scepter, to rejuvenate it and give it what it needs. You can even ask the channel what it needs as well. And your internal compass light again is enveloping and holding the space, and also sending the healing, the visual channel, what it needs. And allowing this healing to take place. At the same time, allowing if the visual channel wants to show you anything in particular. If there are any like big locked doors, you know, like safe doors or anything like that, you have the key. Yeah, you have the key. So you can simply unlock it or put in the pin and open the lock to go through to the visual center at the back of the head. You can ask Archangel Michael to remove the safe, the lock. We don't need that there. Your healing and repair, like maybe you locked away your clairvoyance out of fear of being killed again or anything that comes up like that. You're safe now as you're in this space at Reality Awareness, or you just wouldn't be here at a time and a place to be working on your skills. Noticing the energy through the visual channel as you get to the visual center at the back of the head. And you notice again, same thing, the connection between the channel and the visual center at the back. Same thing, we want to check. Is it connected? Is it frayed? Is it falling apart? Is it concrete bricks knocked out of it? Is it an etheric channel? Is it sewn up together? Is it connected? Is there anything blocking it? Is there people in there? Is there psychic weapons in there? Like, is there anything in there like that? Like, just again, Archangel Michael can help remove that. So we're just checking. Remember, you might not see it, but you know, oh no, it's connected, or actually there's a brick knocked out of it, because you just knew that, but you see it and you're in there. An internal compass light is holding this space, enveloping you, and Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, as Archangel Michael is removing any debris, any cobwebs, any people, anything that's stuck in there that's not meant to be, in Archangel Raphael helping to heal and repair. You can even be doing the healing and repair because you have energy that comes out of your hands. You know how to do this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. This is not new stuff for you. Don't say that you don't know how to do it, because you do. And you can just also help to heal and repair the visual channel and center, the back of your head. And allowing this healing to take place. And as you do, you're checking the visual center. So the visual center at the back of the head, what is going on with that? What does it look like? Is it open, closed? Is it a locked door? Is it flowing? Is there like a TV screen? Is there like what do you see in the visual center? Is it a big, I don't know, IMAX theater center? Like what, I don't know, like what does your visual center look like? Is it a tiny little device screen, like microchip style? Like what's in there, right? Just, there's no judgment, there's no right or wrong. What do you quote unquote see as your visual center? And how does the visual center receive / send images / communicate with your third eye, with the channel, with the center itself, and then with you? Just taking a moment to be here with that. And of course, Archangel Michael removing any debris, anything that's not meant to be in the visual center. Archangel Raphael filling and healing with his healing scepter and light, also with yourself, doing that healing and repair as well, because you can. You don't have to, of course, but you can. It's a training and a trust of your intuitive, psychic, priestess, and wizard abilities. Are there any anchors, weights, shields, armor, metal plates that need to be removed? Just things that don't need to be there anymore. Sometimes it's, interesting to know where, what, why they came from, but when we just notice them, we just remove them. We don't need them there anymore. They're coming to our awareness as we're in the space because it's just time for them to be removed. You don't need to carry that heavy armor, anchor, or weights, anything else there anymore. You're safe to unlock this door and be in here and allow your intuitive psychic abilities to be switched back on and used for what they're meant to be used for in your life. And just checking through the whole of your third eye as a piece that's fully connected, healed, restored. Coming back into your full body. Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael also beside you now. And just checking in with the front of your third eye again. Maybe you can see your third eye now, and if you can't, don't stress about it, but you're going to be open to witnessing your third eye. The channel, the center, and the connection points, and your third eye as a whole. Now you're going to be conscious how that connects with your physical brain and your physical eyes. Where is the connection point between your whole third eye, the channel, the center, and the whole third eye as a whole, and how that connects to your brain, to your nervous system, and to your actual physical eyes? Like, just check the connections there and do the same thing. Healing and repair yourself, removing any blockages. Archangel Michael can remove them. And just repairing, checking the connections from your third eye to your physical brain, to your nervous system, to your physical eyes, to your pineal gland, any other connection points in your physical body of where your intuitive clairvoyant organ actually connects to your physical body. And then when you're ready, just gently opening your eyes if you haven't already. I want you to just write down anything that you experience. Just take little notes. I think I even had a space for you guys in the booklet there. Or just in your sacred journal. Just take a moment. I'm going to give you a moment to just write down any notes, draw something, whatever. You might be like, I didn't see anything, but I remember Hannah said not to say that, so I'm just going to write down that I felt it. Whatever you're going to write down, I'm just going to give you a moment to do that. Like, it's important. Yeah, like, did you notice anything in particular at the front, the channel, this? Did you have memories come back of people, like whatever? And then once you've written it down, then you can ask me questions, you can share your experience, because then if you share your experience, it can help open the channels, and I can help to decipher that intuition for you, with you. So yeah, just going to give you a moment and then ask any questions, share your experience, and we'll help go into it deeper. It's going to give you a bit longer before I share. Whoosh. The channel to the visual center was iron gated and solid. Interesting what we're seeing there, right? What a rad journey. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Now I want to point out that practice, right? In my what's it called? Get Clear Intuition. It's my mini intuitive course. There's a specific like the MP3 meditation and training on what we did, like I go into it deeper. But now you understand how to do that in your own meditation practice at any time. Like, you can sit there and literally like just do that. Check in, you know what to do now. Okay. And the more you do that on a daily, constant basis, the stronger that's going to become. Yeah. Now, in my Trust Intuition course, we do that for all organs as well. And then there's all these training practices for them all individually and together. Like, it's one of the bases of Trust Intuition. Like, I mean, it's 1%, but we do go into that deeper in Trust Intuition. So Trust Intuition investment increases in just a couple of days. It's the 9-month certification program that you get lifetime access to. We go through the trainings together. So it's my signature program. So just comment trust below if you want the details for that. Rosalind says the tension is gone. I love hearing that. I love hearing that so much, because that's like, and that's the thing, we can really do this. Like it works. I love it. So Tracy says, the words of you saying, you know how to do this, let it happen. So you know how to do this, let it happen. So much occurred. Honestly, what a permission slip to be myself. Like, I don't know which card deck it is. I think it's one of the Rebecca Campbell ones, and it says you've been training for this for lifetimes. Like, you guys have this innate knowledge. Like, we're not learning anything new. We're remembering, like, we've done it before. I love that it gave you that permission. Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay, so just to finish that off, like I said, you can do that anytime you want to. I'm going to send out on the email, so as long as you're registered for the PDF book, you'll get an email with the MP3 download for the Crystalline activation. So it's a little bit different, similar, but a little bit different. It's longer, it's more in depth for the Crystalline activation. So you'll have the MP3 for that, can download it to your device. You also, have the Dropbox and the SoundCloud link as well, so you can just listen like that too. So keep an eye out for the MP3 of that. Now you've built that relationship, continue to build it, and stay with it so that you're not abandoning your third eye. I pulled some cards for, this, as you guys were just taking a moment to write down. And it's like lightning glass. In a whoosh, everything can change. Oh, what did I say? In a single moment, everything can change. And it's literally like a timeline split. It's literally like, you have a choice, you can go either way, but it's like in a single moment, everything can change. A bit like what you said, Tracy, like the words of you saying, you know how to do this, let it happen, so much occurred. And it was like, you know what to do. And this one, the birth of Venus, you are worthy of divine love. Like, you know how to do this. Like, give yourself, I want you to experiment with giving yourself a permission slip to do everything. And then, such a third eye card, the lucid dreams. A deep connection with spirit is evolving both in your waking and dream life. What about the half state, anybody? That's like the doorway to the worlds, yeah? And it's like, that's what this lucid dreaming is, in your sleep dreams, in your daydreams, as I always talk about. Like being, I was just daydreaming. Oh, where was I? I was off with the fairies. Or like that is your clairvoyance. Like a daydream is same as a nighttime dream. When you have daydreams and you're off with the fairies, or, or if a child is, know that they're receiving information, right? And it's like, train yourself again to when you come out of that, you're like, oh, like don't shake that off. Like, oh, where was I? What was I seeing? What was I remembering? What information was coming through? Ask more questions. Ooh, what was that? Please remind me. Maybe go back to the daydream, just like we do with our sleep dreams. Same thing. You receive information that way, okay? So that's a really important way to train your intuition, because that's that's one of the skills. Like that's one of your functions of your third eye. Yeah, third eye chakra consciousness is your dreams. Yeah, there's many different aspects, past lives, this life, future life, but it's like your dreams, sleeping dreams and daydreams are literally where you receive clairvoyant information. So very connected to third eye, of course. So of course this has come up. So another part of your training, alongside really keeping connection with that organ, is like your dreams, yeah? And you know how we say if you want to train your clairvoyance to do your, to write down your dreams when you wake up, get into the habit when you have a daydream to do the same thing. Just like when we come out of meditation, we're going to write things down. If you want to increase your intuition, I'm like, get into the habit. Like, this is just what you do now. You learn so much about that. Yeah? So, and then the overlying card is the womb. Yeah? So many people have been doing my clearing every sexual partner ritual and clearing out their womb. If you haven't done that, it's my free ritual. Just comment ritual below and I'll send you the link to do that as well. Because this is like, spiritual eyes are upon you, waiting for you to step into your power. Now, when I work with the third eye chakra consciousness, the sacral chakra consciousness is awakened at the same time. Why? Because they're both one in from the top and the bottom. So we've got our crown and our base chakra. And then the second one in from the top and the bottom is the third eye and the womb. And the brain even looks like our gut, and our gut looks like our brain. They're so interconnected. Yeah? So when we're holding on to stuff in our gut, we're holding on to past memories and experiences from our brain. They're so interconnected. Okay, so it's been an energy at the moment for a lot of people to be doing the clearing every sexual partner ritual. And like I said, so if you haven't done that, just let me know. Just comment ritual and I'll send you the link, because yeah, you touched your sacral chakra. Yeah, it's literally like the one in the one top. Yeah, so it's awesome. Waiting for you to step into your power, because when we clean out memories, like grief is held in our bowel as well. Yeah, like all of that stuff. So when we clean out, like we have space to birth. You know, I always talk about our sacral chakra is our womb, right? Of course, women have a womb, but men also have a womb. It's their sacral chakra. This is where we're birthing our purpose onto the earth. So as I teach chakras and I come down, we're literally gestating in our sacral chakra, and then we birth the physical reality. Life purpose is at the base chakra, like we're birthing it down. Yeah, so really clearing out the womb is like, you know, we just did third eye and now this is coming up. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't done it, just comment ritual and I'll send it to you. And I love that so much, Tracy. Like, what confirmation, you totally touched your secret. Like, there we go. Tracy says, goodness, love how you can't even try to make this up. The synchronicity or all the states of reality. Last night was intense dreams along with the full moon. We got this. It's like traveling through the realms. Yeah, I love it. Love it so much. Tanya says, that was amazing. Your voice helps me calm down when meditating. The anxiety leaves my body. Yeah, and that's a training. Yeah, maybe like when we train ourselves to calm down, like, you know, in the start, I was like, tell your body to relax. Like, you tell your body to relax. Like, you're in control. Tell your body to relax. Like, even me just saying that, you can feel your body start to drop. Like, you know, it's just like, oh, like we forget these things. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. So a couple of you commented the ritual. Awesome. So trust the intuition investment increases in just a couple of days. And that's our 9-month certification training that we start in February next year. If you want the details, just comment trust below. Otherwise, you'll find it on my page on my website, realityawareness.com as well. Send me a message if you've got any questions at all. And I shall see you tomorrow for our day 3 of our, wherever it is in here, day 3 of our thing. You know, it's day 3 tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.